Hi everybody, I hope you enjoyed my Halloween haul. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and watch that now. It's before this one. And today I want to show you how to make a spooky face in the jar. And you've probably seen these around. They came out a couple of years ago, but if not, I'm going to show you a really easy, fast, cheap way to make them, like within 8 to 10 minutes you can make them. There's different ways to make them, but I'm going to show you this way and I will explain other ways. So come on with me and I'm going to show you how to make your own. Okay, so it's really easy how you're going to make this creepy face in a jar. Now it's going to look like this. Now you can use any jar. What I used was an old candle jar from last fall, and I burnt it all the way down, and then I had to soak really hot boiling water in there, not too boiling but hot enough. This glass can take it, and these are pretty. These are really nice for candles. I think I got this at Michael's. Actually, they have nice harvest ones, which remind me I have to pick one of them up in a couple of weeks anyway. But they're really nice and pumpkin smelling and harvest and fall leaves. They have all different kinds. But anyway, what I did was I burnt this all the way down, and then I cleaned it, hot water, a sharp scissor or knife that's sturdy, not too bendable, but I use scissors, and you just go in there and pick it out. Now you don't have to use one of these, but you might already have these. I don't know if you're like me and like to save them, but if not, you can use any jar. And if you don't want to use a jar that you made sauce in, you can go to a craft store and they have a lot of those jars that are already right there for you to buy. They're empty, they're clean, so you don't have to clean it and scrape wax off. So you can use one of them. But anyway, I figured if you already have this in your home, it's not going to cost you anything. You already bought it. So once you get it all good and clean, once you have it as clean as you're ever going to get it, just get some glossy photo paper and your printer and put it in there, and then you're going to Google. And what you do is just go to Google and Google scary jar faces or spooky jar faces or Halloween jar faces, and go to click the images and then go through the images to see, because it's going to have the side of it too. So that's what the back's going to look like, because it's not going to go all the way around. And you're going to get it 8 by 10, but you're going to have to cut the excess paper, and then all you do is you stick it in here once you print it out and make sure it's nice. Now you can put a light inside there, but it's going to be a pain, because if you wanted to decorate this, for instance, you could do candle dripping, like you get a red candle to make it look all bloody, and then just hold the candle and let it drip all around the top and on the sides. So you don't want to have to open this and ruin that. You can put glue, get your glue gun and glue spiders and creepy things on it to make it look all creepy. That's why I suggest you don't put anything in it, but you can do it that way. But the other thing is you can get these round lights. Now if you can find a black one, that's good. But if you can't, and you only can find the orange ones, and see, this is the light. I don't know if you can see, it changes colors. So all I do is I rest the jar on top of there, and I have the lights going, and as you saw with the lights how that's going to look in the dark. Now if you wanted it black and not orange, you can get a black ribbon and glue gun just this, because you're not going to see the top, or black tape. I would recommend painting it because it's plastic. You'd have to like really sand it up, but you might be able to find a black one. If not, like I said, you can get them in purple or whatever, and they're just LED lights you can get anywhere at Party City, probably. I know they have smaller ones at Lowe's, but you can get these at Party City, at the grocery store. I got this one at Party City. I got this one at my local Wegmans. whatever grocery store you have by you. You can check them, but they don't have them out now, and I checked Party City for more. This is also what I use in the cauldron, for my lighted cauldron, where I put one of these underneath some green spider webs, and I, spread the spider webs to look like it's bubbling over the cauldron. And that's how I do that. So remember, you can check out the video of the bubbling cauldron. I did that like 2 years ago. It's in this playlist, in the DIY Crafts playlist, somewhere. I might do an updated version. So another option for this is, if you didn't want to always have it like this and afraid that this is going to slide off, since where you put the batteries, it's usually 3 AAA batteries and the on-off switch is on the bottom, you can get your glue gun and just put the glue around here and glue it. And so now it becomes one item. This way, if you did want to open the jar, you can. Or if you seal the jar with dripping blood, slime, or glue gun a bunch of stuff on it, then you don't have to keep opening the lid. You don't have to worry about it, because to turn it off and on, everything is on the bottom, and when you need to change batteries, it's on the bottom. This is the easiest method. So all you're going to do is look for creepy jar faces or Halloween jar faces or scary jar faces in the Google, and you'll get a few faces. Now what my husband did was, for me, I did it and he didn't like it. So he liked it, but he said, let's make it more noticeable, because otherwise when you put the lighting on it, you don't see it. He went into your paint, on your computer, any kind of photo editing, and changed the hue. And so he added red. Now you can make this more green or red. If you don't know how to do that, you can leave a comment, ask me a question, I'll explain, or I'll show you in a tutorial on the computer. But it's pretty easy. You just go into your paint tools. Every computer usually has that, or any photo editor where you can mess around with the contrast in the hue, HUE of things, and you could either get a bright red contrast or a green or a purple. So he messed around, and I liked the red, so I said, let's go with that. And then that's all I'm going to do. Now you have somewhere you could add food coloring and liquid and all that other stuff, but this is really easy. You just need a jar. You just need to make sure you have a printer, glossy photo paper, and you Google jar faces, scary jar faces, Halloween jar faces, monster jar faces, whatever pulls up, and you'll see a few different faces. You'll probably see this face, and it's more all gray, and then you just stick the picture in tools or contrast, with the different hue. Change the hue to the hue that you want, whether it's red, green, purple. When you get it the way you want, print it out, cut it, make 8 by 10 on your photo glossy paper. Cut the excess and then just stick it in there and make sure it's smooth all the way around. Get one of these lights, whether you want orange or purple, and I suggest you glue gun it, get a glue gun and go around the edges, not on the light source, and glue your jar down, because this way it's one piece and you have it, and that's it. And I'm going to lower this. Woo. There we go, that's better. So that's all you do. Let me see, and I'll put it on again for you. I'm going to shut the lights off. Let me unplug my light. And we're going to make it all creepy for you. Luckily, it's a cloudy, rainy day. Well, not rainy yet, and I have to go out in the snow. And that's what it's going to look like. Spooky, huh? So you would glue gun it, but make sure, because you see how it's sitting, there's still a little more. So where you're going to put your glue, you'll just make sure where your jar sits and how wide your jar is. Like I said, you could drop stuff inside, but then you're not going to be able to decorate the top. And you could drip a red candle so it looks like blood dripping down. You just be careful, put some wax paper or tin foil underneath while you're dripping the blood. And then I would glue it to the light after you're done with that. So it gives it a gooey effect. You can glue little spiders or a hand like over here or whatever you want, or spider webs. And that's going to be the effect. Now another way to do this is you can print your own face. You can use your own face on the scanner. You take the scanner, and while the scanner is going, you go from the left side, lay your head down to the left side, and then gradually turn it around, close your eyes to the front of your face. It's going to be all smushed, and then slowly turn it to the left side of your face. And then it'll print out, and you'll be all smushed, and you'll get all three sides of you, and then you can do the same thing. You print it out, you cut it, and you stick it in there. Or you could scan it to your computer, and then you could do the same thing. Go to a photo editor and give yourself a monster face with veins and skin, and then you can print it out and then cut it and do the same thing. So those are two different ways, and that's the monster face in the jar. It's easy, fast, affordable. You'll probably have most of these stuff in your house anyway. You probably have a jar. You probably have some of these lights from Halloween. You probably have a glue gun so you can glue it. And like I said, if you're going to glue gun this, keep in mind where the jar meets. See, there's a little play? So if you put it on the outer edge, then it won't even go on there. So just, but you don't have to. It's just an option. And like I said, if you can't find a black one, and you don't want to use orange, you could put a ribbon, glue gun a ribbon, a black wide ribbon or some black tape just around the edge. No need to do this part, no need to do the bottom, and that's it. So that is your spooky face in a jar that's lit up. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments if you've done this before, or if you're going to try it, or if you've tried it. And so have fun and get crafting and get ready for Halloween.